Hey everybody, this is Timothy Gay here with another video, and today we're going to do a top 10 of 2017. These are games that I really enjoyed that came out last year, and I played them a lot, and I continue to play them a lot, and I will be playing these for a very long time. So let's get going. First up, DeCoteau Battles. This is number 10 on my list. And the reason I like this one is because you're controlling these little awesome robot miniatures, and you're going around this board, and you are chucking dice and just attacking each other until you blow up. So it's a last man standing type thing, so there is some elimination, but the game's pretty quick. It's like 30-45 minutes, and usually when somebody dies and is eliminated, it's pretty quick after that, the next people, so you don't sit around and wait for everyone to finish up. But you roll these dice in Yahtzee style formation, and each robot has unique abilities, and as you take more damage, you have these other dice that get flipped, and you can use them for even better abilities. You also have these cards that you can kind of manipulate the dice a little bit, do different things, a lot of attacking the other ones. The cool thing though is that once you attack someone, you flip over their token that everyone has for each player, and you can't attack that same person again until you've attacked everybody else on the board. So, really cool, awesome miniatures, plays pretty quick, simple. If you like, like King of Tokyo or Yahtzee or that style of, that level of play, then this is one that will be a hit for you, I think, too. Next up, number 9. The Quest for Eldorado. This one I got kind of later in the year. It was actually nominated for the Spiel, and it lost out to King Domino. But I think this one is just as deserving, because this is a deck building game. I love deck building games where you're going to get these cards, and each card has a number and a space type. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be acquiring cards to be able to move through these spaces all the way up until you hit Eldorado. And the boards are all modular, they're double-sided, so you can make a really long track. If you want a longer game, you can make a short track if you got time for just a quick game. And what you're doing is everybody starts with the same deck of cards. You're purchasing cards that are better versions or, unique cards that do different things, like draw cards, discard cards. And so like if you play that 2 green card, you can move through 2 green spots. So it's really simple, really quick, easy to teach. But it's fun because it gets really exciting. Everybody stays pretty close together. There's no real runaway lead. Sometimes it seems like you get way behind, but everybody ends up around the same time at the end. Alright, number 8 is The Thing. Infection at Outpost 31. This game is really fun. We played this a lot over the holidays with my family. It plays 4 to 8 players too, so everybody could play. It takes about an hour or so, maybe a little over an hour. But it is a cooperative game where you are trying to get from one side of the outpost to the other side of the outpost and get on the helicopter and escape before either the outpost is destroyed too much or so if the outpost is destroyed too much, there are hidden aliens amongst you, and you don't know who they are. And so throughout the game you're trying to figure out, is this person really on our team? Seems odd. So like the general gist of it is you have a task. Everyone gives you a card that you're going to roll some dice for, and you have to hit a threshold of some kind, or you might need a certain type of thing. So you say, okay, I'm going to take Joe, Bob, and Jillian. We're all going to go on this mission. I need an axe from one of you. One of you have an axe. Yes. And then all of a sudden somebody lied. There's no axe, and you're failing the mission. Or there's another strategy for the thing, people, and it starts off with 1 and gets progressively more people get infected secretly is that they can secretly get on the helicopter at the very end and infect the world. So if they get out, the thing also wins too. Really fun. Cooperative if you like Hidden Traitor. Yeah, there's no picture on the back, so I'm lazy. I'm not going to take all these out because I'm trying to make this quick. But next up is one I just did a review for, finally, and it is Secrets. This is a social deduction team game with some awesome card play. And if you like bluffing games, if you like games like Secret Hitler or Werewolf or stuff like that, then you have got to get this one. Plays 4 to 8 players and plays really quick. What is it, like 20 minutes? Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. It plays really well at the lower counts and the higher counts. And really, you're just trying to, if you're on the KGB or the CIA, you're trying to get your team the most points out of these cards at the end. Or if you're the dirty hippies, you just want to lose completely. And if you lose completely, you actually win. Very cool game. Nice and portable. I've played this one a bunch. It's awesome. Let's see. Next up, is another small box game. Outpost Siberia. This game is so hard. It's so hard that it's so good. I don't mind losing a lot. I have beaten this game. I'm very proud of that fact. But man, this one comes at number 6 for a reason, because I've played and played and played and played, and it just doesn't get old. It's a small little deck of like, how many cards? I don't even know. Not a whole ton of cards. This is like, it's just a fun game where you're trying to prevent all these monsters from getting into your outpost. 2 outpost games. But you're trying to prevent these monsters from overwhelming your outpost and also surviving with enough food and water. And it's kind of like a little bit of a deck building game where you start with nothing and you kill monsters, which then become supplies, and you survive events which also become different supplies like pickaxes and water and food. But man, it's awesome. And there's a new version coming out this year, supposed to be called Outpost Amazon, that's going to have like snakes and alligators and all sorts of crazy mutant things. Very cool. I like this one. I played that one a lot solo, actually, because it's so quick. Next up, number 5. This one came late 2017. And I have just been playing and playing and playing this game. Is Ancestry. My wife and I love this game. It's a tile drafting game where you're going to build these family trees. So like this would be an individual tile here. And there's 2 ways you can connect them. You can connect them by leaves, and that would be up and down. So you're building your family tree. Or you can actually have the different people get married. So like on your turn, you're dealt 6 tiles. You pick one of those that you want to put down in front of you. Everybody does it at the same time, and you flip them over, and then you pass the tiles you didn't pick to your left or your right. And so you're drafting. You're hate drafting because you're competing to have the most generations of a color. You get bonus points for that. You get bonus points for marriages, and then you also get bonus points for the money that these people left behind for you. Like you inherited their money, and you're competing to make the better family. This is an Eric Lang game, by the way. Super cool. This one's pretty new, so we've been just playing and playing and playing and playing. Plays super quick. 2 to 6 players too. Number 4 here is Monopoly Gamer. Yes, I love this game. The miniatures, the simplicity. I play this with my daughter all the time. This is like one of her favorite games. She's 4 years old, and we just have a ball with it. It's one of the few games that I can play with my entire family. You basically are playing a sped up version of Monopoly that has a power die, and each figure has a unique power. And you're racing to get properties, and you're also trying to fight the bosses. Everything gets you points, but of course you're getting hit by shells, you're getting stuff, coins stolen from you. I've finished this game a lot with nothing at all. Like no properties, no money, anything, and it's just hilarious. Man, I just love playing this game. One of my favorite games of all time, actually. It's kind of funny. But this is the collector's edition, so it comes with all the extra plastic coin stuff. There's a cheaper version you can get too, but I've seen this going for pretty cheap now. So definitely a great, great family game. Let's see. Oh, this next one, number 3. This was the hit of every family gathering this year. We just could not stop playing Werewords. And we were all always big fans of those, the One Night Ultimate Werewolf games, but I think this has replaced it for me completely. I still like the One Night ones, but if I had to pick, I'm picking Werewords. This one is kind of like a game of 20 questions with hidden roles, and you don't want, if you're against the werewolves, you don't want the werewolves to trick everybody into picking the wrong type of word. You have a certain time limit to figure out the word and try to figure out what team everybody is on based on questions they're asking. So you got to be kind of careful with your giving away what you know. They have a deluxe version coming out of this that's going to add more roles, has different art, new ways to play, look like some kind of Wheel of Fortune style play that I saw in a preview. Kind of neat. So very quick, takes like 5 minutes. Awesome, awesome, awesome little game. Play it. It works at 4 players too. It plays like 4 to 10 players or so. I think I've played almost every player count. Really fun. Definitely one of my favorite party games. Next up is one that came early 2017. I think it was early 2017. And it is Ethnos. This game rules. This is a game that feels like it's been around forever and is inspiring games of today. But it just came out. It feels like it's always been around. But it just came out this year. And man, we play and play and play this game. It's a set collection. You're collecting these different sets either by color or by type. And they have abilities. You pick one to put on top that'll do different things. And what you're doing is competing over this map. And like, there's these different tokens. So like, there's a ton of different races, and you pick a certain amount based on player count. I think it's different. We played this a lot at 2. Plays 2 to 6. But each race is going to cause strategies to be different in the game without complicating the game. You're still playing the same way. It's just that the powers will be different. So you're going to try to combo up, manipulate things. You get points for your sets too. I've seen people go minimal on the board and go crazy on sets, and then it balances out. So it really encourages you to go for bigger sets. Just a great game. It's super cheap too, like less than $30. Awesome. Oh, and the dragon. The dragon signals the end of the round. There's 3 of them in the deck. And as the next one comes out, it gets so tense because you're like, no, I need one more turn. One more turn. Oh, and then the dragon shows up. Ruins everything. Bah. So good. Get that one. Now, the number 1 game of the year, and it's actually my second favorite game of all time, is... let me pick it up. The Godfather, Corleone's Empire. I love every little bit of this game, from the production to the art to the miniatures and just the way it plays. It's a worker placement game at its core, and it's unlike any worker placement game I've ever played, because to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of worker placement. I think it's kind of boring. There's not a lot of interaction. You're just taking each other's spaces. Whoop-de-doo. This one, you are going in and you're car bombing people out of your space. You are gunning them down. You're selling off booze. You're competing over getting the dirty cop on your side. Bribing the mayor to work with you. And the whole thing is overlaid over this map here that you're competing for the areas as well. So it's like a worker placement area control game. And man, we played this so much last year. I was quite surprised how many times we played it. We just kept playing and playing. We played it like multiple times in a row. And it's so easy to teach. It plays quick. It's so fast to set up. It looks like there's a ton of stuff there. But you just put everything in the briefcases for each player, hand them out, toss some stuff on the board real quick, and you're going. And man, I just love how often I could get this to the table. Plays awesome at every player count. 2 player, you have a little bit more control. You can play as aggressive as you want to, which is always aggressive in this game. And 5-player is just everybody's getting blown up and tossed in the Hudson and sleeping with the fishes. Man, okay, I gotta stop because I can just keep going. I almost want to this might be the only one I want to open up and show y'all, but I'm not gonna do it. I want you to go buy it and do it yourself because oh yes, game of the year. And if it came out in 2018, it'd be game of the year. If it came out 20 years ago, it would have blown all our minds as one of the greatest games of all time. Oh yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna go now. That was my top 10. DeCoteau, Eldorado, The Thing, Secrets, Outpost, Ancestry, Monopoly Gamer, Werewords, Ethnos, and the greatest, almost the greatest, almost better, almost up there with Blood Rage. It's so close, y'all. Super close. I can't stop talking. Okay. See you guys next time.